Hello, everyone. I'm Chris Welch, class of 1990, and I was a teammate of Rob Mee's. So I am honored to be able to tell you a little bit about Rob and introduce you all to him. You've had a chance to read the program, I hope, and I think it's obvious that his numbers speak for themselves. He really is. He's not going to brag about himself, so I'm going to do it for just a second here. He's among the all-time points leaders in two sports here at Potsdam. So he was a tremendous soccer player as well as a tremendous lacrosse player. So the numbers are impressive, but I don't think they tell you the whole story about Rob. So for just a minute or two here, as a way of introducing you to him, I would like to describe for you a little bit about how he played the game and what he meant to all of us as a teammate. So the first thing that stands out about Rob is that for the first 2 years of his career here, his primary role was a defensive player. He was almost exclusively short stick defensive midfielder. So he didn't get as much opportunity to be involved in the offense at the beginning of his career, which makes the numbers even more impressive. He was drew the most difficult short stick defensive midi assignments every game. He played the wing on every face-off. He played man-down defense. He was a one-man clear when we needed it, and he could hit like a truck. He was a tremendous defensive player as well. The other thing that I think is really remarkable about Rob is how not only capable he was at assisting others and getting other people involved in the play, but how willing he was to do that, how much of a team guy, team first, Rob really was. He is, today, these 28 years later, he is the second, and it's true of soccer as well, right? So he's the second all-time assist leader in school history on the soccer team, and he is third all-time in assists on the lacrosse team. And that's really hard to do as a midfielder, right? Again, I appreciated the tutorial on middle blockers. So middies for lacrosse play a lot of defense. They play back and forth. They don't get as involved with feeding the ball and passing their teammates as attackmen often do. So really, really a team-first guy and a matchup nightmare for every opposing defense we played. You can't cover him with one guy. So he drew a ton of slides, and his vision and his willingness to get other people involved in the play made our teams much better, and it's really a testament to his sort of point guard mentality, able to give up the ball, see where defenses were coming from, and put other people in a position to be really successful. I think the last thing that I would try to describe for you as a way of letting you know how he approached the game is he is perhaps one of the most humble people I have ever met. He is a team-first guy. He carried us more than a few times, more than he'll admit, I'm sure. He never took the credit for wins. I can't recall a single time where he ever had pointed a finger or laid blame on a teammate. Always, always team first. One of the best, most selfless teammates we could have ever had. He was completely dominant on both ends of the field, offense and defense. He was as selfless a teammate as you could have, and he's as humble and team first a guy as you would ever want to have for a teammate. So I am proud to be his friend, and honored to introduce to all of you our next inductee into the Potsdam Hall of Fame, Rob Mee.
That was extremely generous, but I thank you. Thank you, Chris, for joining me here today for this special event and your kind words. I'm very happy to share this occasion with someone who remembers the good times we had here on the fields at Potsdam. Many years have passed, but it doesn't take much effort for us to remember those years fondly. Allow me to first congratulate the other awardees and their families this evening. To Jamie and Carly, I'm humbled to share this podium with you and learn of your outstanding examples of athletic achievement and leadership, and many accomplishments since wearing the maroon and gray. Athletics should first and foremost be about team. We all shared pride in representing Potsdam in our chosen sports, but equally important, the chance this college afforded us to grow as human beings, win, lose, or draw. Eventually, we all hang up our sticks, cleats, and uniforms. Time has a way of slowing us down a bit and adding a couple pounds. But these lifelong lessons, they remain as many as 10, 20, or even 30 years later. And for me, that is the most powerful value of competitive sports. To Potsdam College, its leadership, the athletic staff, and those who work with the alumni family, words cannot express how honored I felt when learning of my selection to the Athletics Hall of Fame. Thank you as well for all the activities of this sports alumni weekend. Returning to the North Country has not just been fun, but also very memorable. Nearly 30 years have passed since I competed for the Bears, but I must admit, many memories came flooding back when the college reached out to share the news of this honor. I've had several months to reflect on what I might share with you this evening, and I have boiled my comments down to just a few. For those of you who had supportive parents, you know just how important that foundation is to achieving anything in life. For me, my parents were always there. My father, on occasion, was known to share, let's say, his thoughts with the referee, and like me, was a competitive person. But it was his love of sports, win or lose, the concept of team, and most importantly, always giving 100% effort that mattered to him. I'm just sorry Mom and Dad are no longer here, for they would have loved this weekend's activities. I played multiple sports throughout high school and college, but it's the 1990 Bears lacrosse team that stands out most in my memory. I was blessed to have played with such talent and commitment. I want to be sure this evening to share this honor with all of my teammates and coaches, but especially the 1990 Bears lacrosse team, who I feel were key to any small success I may have had. As for someone who has lived in the South for the past 25 years, let me express just how much I've missed the Potsdam winters. But I did love my Potsdam experience so much that I did decide to take advantage of the 5-year plan, which I don't recommend. On a little more serious note, I have worked in the same industry for the last 25 years, and I am convinced that my time here as an athlete at Potsdam continues to influence my daily life. I'm still very competitive. Winning sure feels better than losing. If my team at work is not successful, then what I achieve is not all that important. Teammates, they really matter. We all rely on each other each and every day more than we realize. The boss or the coach, they're in charge, really in charge. The time to up your game is always now, whether it's athletics, work, or even home life. It's all about continuous improvement and never, ever settling for okay. As we age, the thought of what we might leave behind, well, becomes a little more important. The memories of this weekend will definitely be with me forever. Again, thank you very much, Potsdam, the athletic and alumni departments, fellow honorees, and former Bears. If we can all take from our Potsdam experience a sense of duty, a call to living out our individual purposes in life, and always living as a team with those around us, well, then I can guarantee we will all be Hall of Fame members in life. Thank you.